Counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello and welcome everyone. I am Bunny with Inside the Game, and we're here in WCG 2006 Monza, Italy. We have reached the 32 bracket stage for the Warcraft III tournament. This is the first match that I'll be covering for one of the matches in the 32. The rest have already started. Now, how the players chooses a map, each player picks one map, and then the third map, if needed, is chosen at random. First map chosen is going to be Terranistan. The players you're seeing here is Prey Terror. Prey Terror is from Poland. He finished first in his group with 3 wins. He's the undead player. As you see here, he has spawned at the 10 o'clock position. As you see on Terranistan, typically, the undead player goes ghoulies. Meanwhile, his opponent is 4K Creolophus from Norway. He finished, I believe, second in his group with a record of 2-1. Creolophus is your Night Elf player who has spawned at the 4 o'clock position of Terranistan. He has opened up with the Altar of Elders, and sure enough, as most Night Elf players go, he has the Ancient of War placed right outside of the creeps so he can do a tree creep. It's actually very common in this map for Night Elf players. We'll see what hero he chooses to go. It will be the Warden. This is the same hero choice that Soju went earlier yesterday on stage. So he'll use the Warden to do a quick creep and level her up very fast. Meanwhile, Terror has chosen to go your standard Death Knight. Here he has a Tome of Relics placed down, so we will see him pick up a Rod of Necromancy, which I guess could either be used for creeping or harassing. We'll see if he chooses to harass. Our Acolyte now doing a scout. I believe he wants to see what hero choice Creolophus will go.
A player's forces are
So Warden is out, and she cannot get it to the Acolyte. That is too funny. She's even trapped herself away from the Acolyte and can't get it. That would slow Creolophus down from the creeping, so she needs to come over here. One archer has made it out already. And we have the creeps attacking the Ancient of War as opposed to attacking the unit. In comes the Acolyte. Acolyte gets Shadow Strike, and it will die. Meanwhile, we already have another Ancient of War for Creolophus built on the outskirts of his base. We're not going to see harassment coming from Terror. He will choose to creep instead. He already has a Death Appearance. This will be helpful for him to reveal any hidden Night Elves. And the Rod of Necromancy. He picked up for his item a Cloak of Shadows. We'll check out the Warden of Creolophus, who has already reached level 2, able to creep the big creeps over here, and she's going to get the Claws of Attack +6. As well as a Gauntlet of Ogre Strength. Meanwhile, let's see how Terror's doing. After this creep, Terror should reach level 2. He has picked up a Claws of Attack +6. There's a level 2 for Terror. So usually before a match, I try to talk to some of the players to get some predictions, see what they're going to do, how they feel. I wasn't able to find Creolophus for you guys, but I did talk to Terror, who I must say is very confident in this game. I don't know about now, though. Earlier in the match, he just complained that he didn't get a chance to warm up. So he feels it's unfair because he had no warm-up game. He just purchased the Boots of Speed, sold his Claws of Attack, and his hood. Again, so Creolophus is going to use his Ancient of War to do some more creeping. Picks up a Sentry Ward, Manual of Health. The Warden is getting very close to level 3 now. In the main base, we see him upgrading to Tree of Ages, as Terror is upgrading to Halls of Dead. So now Terror's ready to attack. So Terror was telling me if he gets Terranistan, he has a secret strategy that he is going to do. I don't know what that means. He said it all depends if Creo goes the right hero and he's at the right location. Already an archer comes down. Shadow Strike was casted. It looks like Terror is trying to surround that Warden right here. She's going to back away because she's low on HP. And Terror will take the final kill. Slippers of Agility has been dropped. A Wisp comes in to detonate. That takes away some of the mana. And Terror will summon some more skeletons. Shadow Strike once again. As you see the little demon on above the head of the Death Knight. We're seeing right now almost level 3 for the Death Knight, already level 3 for the Warden. The Warden has a boost of speed. Another Shadow Strike. And the archers stand back as they focus on the Death Knight. Creolophus right now sits at 29 food count. Meanwhile, Terra's at 28. He just finally levels up to 3. Another Shadow Strike on him. He's lost a few ghouls here. He also took down some archers, and he'll pull away. Running a bit low on HP, he chooses not to fight. We're going to go back to the main bases to see what's going on. Creolophus is just about to reach Tree of Ages. He's placed down his Hunter's Hall a bit late, so he can't go straight to Tier 2. We have Terror, however, already at Halls of Dead. He places down his Slaughterhouse. So we'll see if Terror is able to do his secret trick. There's some archers there. I don't think he realizes that he has a Death of Appearance on him. Had he known the archers were there, he could have used Reveal so that he can go after the archers. We'll see if he does that here. And there they are. So quickly, Creolophus will continue to creep. He wants the Warden to level up, going straight for his natural expansion. He's going to let the tree take the hit while the archers do the creeping. Meanwhile, he's trying to go after this Death Knight. Another Shadow Strike on the Death Knight. Death Knight's trying to run away. Oh, he uses Death Pack. So for his second skill choice there, he decided to go Death Pack. Or no. He had to because he just got health. Level 3, so that means he chose to go Unholy Aura, Coil, and then Death Pack. He has level 1 on all 3 of those. So Creolophus loses his Ancient of War here that he was using to creep. He was probably too busy going after the Death Knight. He will have to use the Warden to finish. Already Gargoyles are now coming out for Terror. That's really not a unique strategy so far. Very typical for Undeads to go Ghouls and transition to Gargoyles on this map. Terror continues to creep. He's still at level 3. In his main base, he goes straight to Black Citadel. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see some Abominations.
Forces are under attack.
Already a Tree of Life has been placed down for Creolophus. He wants to expand. There is one Gargoyle trying to harass. Item has been dropped. We have a Belt of Giant Strength +6 now for the Warden. Not much one Gargoyle can do. Shadow Strike, ouch. That Gargoyle better run. Tree of Life is complete, so we'll see Creolophus try to expand soon. So we're at Tree of Ages now. He did purchase a Goblin Shredder so he can get more lumber. We have one Ancient of Lore, 2 Ancients of Lore, and an Ancient of Wonder. Producing are Dryads. Again, that's very typical for Night Elves as well, to go Dryads and transition to Bears if it's late game. Terror's back in the main base. We have Creolophus sitting at 36 food count right now. Terror is at 33. So more statues are being built. In the middle, we're going to see a second hero here. It'll be a neutral one from Terror as he heads to the tavern. Or not. Alright, so Creolophus passed the tavern. He did not want to get a second hero. This means he wants to continue leveling up the Warden. Try to get her as high as possible so she could do more damage. Expansion here. Goldmine has already been entangled. We may have a battle. He walks to the tavern again. Still no neutral hero for him, so he will proceed to move up to Terror's base. So again, Creolophus is a Night Elf player. Level 3 on his Warden right now, going Archers and Dryads. Meanwhile, you have Terror the Undead player, going his Death Knight, Ghoulies, and just one Gargoyle. Looks like he's stopped building the Gargoyles. So no more Gargoyles for him. He's going to stick with Ghouls. He has upgraded to Ghoul Frenzy. The Lich has also come out.
A player's forces are under attack.
That was one Gargoyle. No, we have... Oh, this must be his trick that he's talking about. No? We have Creolophus putting some Dryads, and yes, this is the trick that Terror was talking about. He buys a Goblin Zeppelin, he purchases a meat wagon, and he places in this very far little small back spot here. This must be the trick that Terror was talking to me about. This meat wagon cannot be attacked. So it looks like Creolophus tried to buy a Goblin Zeppelin, and he put in 2 Dryads in there, but you know what? There's no place to drop them. You can't put the Dryads anywhere. So this meat wagon is just going to take out whatever buildings is being placed right here. So that is the trick that he's talking about. And while he's distracting Creolophus, Terror moves in and decides to go straight for the expansion. We have 38 food count right now against 39. Shadow Strike on one ghoul. The ghoul's going to go down. A coil goes off on the Warden. Frost Nova on the Warden. And Creolophus will have to pull away and fight behind his buildings. Meanwhile, we'll see how this meat wagon's doing. We still have a meat wagon. One meat wagon. Taking away the gold mine. So this is a very interesting trick here. And you know what? There's nothing Creolophus can do unless he builds some sort of air unit to attack this. And with what he has, he needs to get hippogriffs or chimeras, and that's not going to happen anytime soon. He's upgrading Abolish Magic. The wisp have to jump out now. The archers, can they reach him? Oh. Nope, he just scoops it back up. So the archers can reach if Creolophus places a Zeppelin right over there. We have some more battle going on over here. I'll try to go back to the battle. Creolophus still at 39 food count. Terror at 40. So his Lich is still at level 1. Death Knight still at level 3. He has got a health pot on the Death Knight here. Warden trying to run away. It looks like Terror wants to nuke that Warden. An archer falls down. So Terror's playing really nice in this game. The archer's here waiting for him to come back. So Creolophus has to put the Zeppelin there just to see the meat wagon in order for the archers to reach. He probably also had to upgrade the archer range in order for them to shoot that far. We have more shopping now. 2 scrolls of healing has been purchased. 1 was handed off to the Lich, and this Ancient of War will go down. No way in healing it. 44 food count right now for Terror. Here comes Creolophus now at 41. Frost Nova nuke, and the Warden blinks away so that she avoids danger. Another archer falls down. Creolophus is just losing a lot of his archers here, trying to save his expansion. In comes again. Shadow Strike casted on the Lich. We have a statue out already, so it's keeping the ghouls alive. The Dryads are trying to go for 1 ghoul at a time. Again, that Warden needs to be careful that she doesn't get nuked. So Creolophus, tries to go for the Lich, but Coil goes off. The Lich is only at level 1, so she'll die very quickly. It looks like we have Drew the Claw. Oh, a bear already upgraded to 3. So Rejuvenation has been casted on the Warden. Warden has been surrounded, guys, and she's going to go for the Death Knight. Who's going to die first? Oh, looks like the Warden can blink right out of the way. Death Knight uses a potion of invulnerability to keep himself alive. Ghouls now try to surround the bear, and we have here the Scroll of Healing being used to keep him alive. The bear goes down, but the Warden reaches level 4. Death Knight still only at level 3. Another archer falls down. Death Knight will reach level 3 if he can kill some more units. Warden has almost been surrounded again, and the Death Knight, who is about to die, has to TP out of the way. So a lot of damage has been done by both players. Terror here at 50 food count. The only problem that we see here is that Terror does not have an expansion, and Creolophus does. He was able to defend that attack. He still has his expansion. He has double the economy. Granted, his gold mine is being harassed right over here. Still, that must be like very annoying for him. Because here, this one archer trying to shoot it. But this gold mine is getting picked at here. The Wisp. Oh, they have disease on them. So the Wisp are actually taking some damage over time. The Zeppelin needs to come back over here so the archer can see and hit the meat wagon. Oh, ouch. The archer's going to die now. Archer's going to lose that fight. Poop. So we're going to see what else is going on. Terror has gotten Abomination. So we have now 1, 2, 3, 4 Abominations out for Terror. Not a surprising unit choice for him, but a surprising trick indeed in the very far back. I don't think Creolophus was expecting that. Level 4 now for his Death Knight. Finally level 2 for the Lich. We see a Scroll of Healing on both heroes and a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. In comes Creolophus to do an attack now. It looks like Terror wants to expand. Shadow Strike has been casted on the Death Knight. Coil, Frost Nova on the Warden. She's going to have to blink out of the way. We do have 3 bears, but 3 bears against 4 Abominations. 1 ghoul falls down. Potion of Vulnerability was used, and the Warden has to pull back. Another ghoul's about to die here. Rejuvenation casted on the Warden, so she can heal up. Shadow Strike again on the Death Knight. Frost Nova on a bear. Terror wants that bear. Shadow Strike again. Death Knight needs to be careful. He's going to have to use his Potion of Vulnerability. Oh, no. He uses Death Pack. Takes down one of his Abominations in order for him to get a lot of health. So now the Warden needs to be careful. She's trying to go for the Lich. Coil goes off on the Lich, and the Warden blinks away down to the south position. So 58 food count now for Creolophus, and Terror is at 44. Meanwhile, we have a Chimera Roost here being placed by Creolophus. He needs some kind of air to stop this silly meat wagon who's harassing him. So he actually has to go back and forth, and micro, macro, see what's going on.
Forces are under attack.
Warden at level 4 as well has a potion of healing. Orb of Venom. We have more bears. Terra is just going to continue creeping. I also asked Terra what his prediction was for this matchup. And he said, 2-0. 2-0 rape. I'm going to win. So he feels very, very confident against Night Elf, especially on this map. He said, oh, we have a second hero out now for Creolophus. It will be the chubby Pit Lord galloping out of the way now. So we have a Pit Lord and the Warden. Now the thing about the Pit Lord is that he cannot be nuked by the Death Knight. The Lich can Frost Nova, but the Death Knight cannot hurt the Pit Lord with a coil. So we have Creolophus staying on the outskirts here. Terror's doing some more creeping. He is at 54 food count right now. His meat wagon Zeppelin finally comes back. He's being chased by this other Zeppelin. And it looks like, I don't know what else has been going on. I haven't been paying too much attention. Oh, it looks like he's finally got an archer there. Look at that. Archer's right back there now. There goes the meat wagon. It got shot down. And we have the Hippogriffs. Oh, a battle takes place here. 74 food count for Creolophus. We have 54 for Terror. And it looks like Creolophus does not want to fight. This is not good positioning for him at all. He will have to TP out. So out he goes. Wise choice for Creolophus. Not a good place for him to fight. And you know what? It's better to wait for these fellas anyway. You want to get some of the Chimeras out. That way they can just do a lot of damage on those abominations. So Rejuvenation casted all over the place, trying to heal up the units. Creolophus already at 74 food count. Still no expansion here for Terror. Meanwhile, Creolophus has had a lot of opportunity to get gold. More creeping. Death Knight still at level 4. Lich has made level 3. Now it looks like Terror will be creep jacked. Item drop is Scroll of Beast. Quickly picked up. And here we go. Do we have a Scroll Town portal? We do. Now this is a battle. The Hippogriffs go straight for the Destroyers in the very far back. We have Roar now being cast. It's a battle of abominations against bears. One abomination's way over here. He's going to die very quickly. Coil goes off to keep I believe the Lich alive. One abomination's about to fall down. No, he gets saved just as the TP makes it out. So many bears. We have 5 bears out here. Dryads, a very nice unit combination from Creolophus. Meanwhile, Terror, he had 1 red abomination back here. He's only down to 3 abominations. So actually Terror, I believe, has a disadvantage in this game, as he has lower food count as well as no expansion. Now Creolophus has a really meaty army. He's got all the combinations you can possibly think. He's even using his Goblin Shredder to fight. So that's a nice little tank there with a lot of HP. He has 600 HP. So we have a Chimera out. We also have bears, we have dryads, hippogriffs. This is just a very deadly army here that Creolophus has. Oh, and what do you know? Another expansion. So Creolophus has also expanded in the south position over in the 7 o'clock. Still no expansion for Terra. We'll see how much gold he has left in his gold mine. He only has 1,300. That's not good. He has about 1,600. We have a staff of, yeah, did he use it? Oh, yeah, he did. He must have used a staff of preservation from the Pit Lord. There it is. Staff of preservation sends the Warden back home. We'll see if there's any upgrades. The bears do have upgrade. They have an attack of 2 and armor, well, not anymore when he turned back into a normal Druid of the Claw. Dryads have an upgrade of armor of 2 Attack of 2. Armor of 3. Same for the Chimera. Same for the Hippogriffs. Ghouls are not upgraded. Abominations, not upgraded. Terror is not going to be able to hold up against Creolophus. 65 food count now against 89. This is possibly the final battle here. We have Web in place. Warden just reached her level 5. Big battle. Trying to see what I can see here. Chimera just went down. It was Web. The Death Knight's about to die. Death Knight's being focused on now, having to use a potion of vulnerability. Warden's going after. Warden's very low on HP. No, Warden is not low on HP. That was some other unit. Trying to see what happened here. Coil to keep a Crypt Fiend alive. Lich is being focused on. Shadow Strike was casted on Fiend. Lich is going to die. Nope. Coil goes off to keep the Lich alive. Terror's trying to run away, and no. Terror calls GG. So nice play by Creolophus there. He was able to hold off the attack. He was able to get his expansion up, and that is what he needed. Don't go away. We do have Game 2 coming up. But until then, while we're waiting for them to set up, this is Bunny with Inside the Game. We'll be right back with another match.